Hi guys, welcome back to the Distinction Factory where we make our mark. And today we are going to be focusing on grade 10 physics, specifically balancing equations. So down here I've got our three steps. The first step is to drop our reactants and products table, which I have already done for us. And you'll see that I've listed each of the elements in the left hand column here. And the same thing applies here. We've got carbons, we've got hydrogens, and we've got oxygens. So make sure to state all of the elements. Then step 2 says that we need to fill in the number of atoms for each element. And step 3 says that we need to balance the atoms by adding coefficients in front of the compound. And then we just keep repeating step 2 and 3 the entire time until we see that the numbers on the reactant side and the numbers on the product side are exactly the same. So for the first one, we've got a pretty basic one here. We've got H2 plus O2 reacts to form H2O. So we're going to start by counting how many H atoms we have on the reactant side. So basically our ingredients that we put together. And we have got 2 hydrogen atoms denoted by the 2 subscript. And we have got 2 oxygen atoms denoted by the 2 subscript. And then we can go onto our product side, which is basically what those ingredients formed, which is like a cake to us here. And we can count how many H atoms we've got. So H has a subscript of 2 and oxygen has no subscript, so we take it to be an invisible 1. From here, I need to try and get my numbers to match up with each other. So I need to get my oxygen from 1 to 2. I need to increase it. So I need to see what number must I multiply this by. If I multiply it by 2, then it will become 2 to match up with this side. So we're all good with that. And this now tells me my coefficient. So I'll go to my product side and put a 2 in front of the compound that has oxygen. And then we have to recount it. So we're doing step 2 again. So now for my H's, I've got the coefficient of 2 times by the subscript, and that gives me a total of 4 hydrogen atoms. And then for oxygen, we've got this coefficient of 2 times by the invisible 1, which gives me 2 oxygens. So now the oxygens are sorted, but the hydrogens have misbalanced. So we need to sort this out by going to the reactant side. And I need to get it to become 4. So if I times it by 2, then we'll get 4 as our answer. So I'll take that 2 and put it as the coefficient of wherever I see H in a compound. And then I recalculate on my reactant side. So now I've got 2 times 2 H atoms, which gives me 4. And then I've got my oxygen, which is still 2. Okay, good. So that means that my equation is balanced because the reactants and the products are matching up with each other. Then we can go on to equation B. Let's start by counting how many C atoms we have for our reactants. We have 3 of those. We have 8 H's. And we have 2 oxygens. Then if we go over to our product side, which is here, we can see that we've got 1 carbon. We have 2 hydrogens. But for the oxygens, we've got 2 oxygens here as well as the 1 oxygen here, giving me a total of 3 oxygens. Now I need to start balancing. I'll start off with the carbons first. I need to make this become 3, so I'll times it by 3. I'll take the 3 to my reactant side, and I'll put a 3 in front of the carbon. And then I can recalculate. So now for the carbons, I've got the 3 times the subscript of invisible 1, and that gives me 3. And then for oxygens, I've got 6 oxygens plus that 1, which gives me 7 oxygens in total. Alright, from there we can go ahead and balance the hydrogens. So I need to make this become 8 by timesing it by 4. So I'll go over to my product side, and in front of the H, I will put a 4. Then I need to recalculate. So my hydrogens will now become 8. And my oxygens are also going to change because I've now got 4 oxygens here plus the 6 oxygens that I had here. So that gives me a total of 10 oxygens. And then lastly, I need to balance out my oxygens. I need to make the 2 become 10. So I'll need to multiply it by 5. That means that my reactants for oxygen get a coefficient of 5. And recalculating on the reactant side, I now have 10 oxygens in totals, the carbon stays the same and the hydrogen stays the same. And we have just balanced our second equation. Thank you. I hope this video helped you guys out. I'll catch you in the next one. Bye.